Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zephr, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing this Charizard team that Cybertron and a couple other YouTubers recently showcased. It took Victory Road Tour. It's very impressive. I had some ideas with Charizard coming into Regulation D. I just kind of built a couple different teams and used them rather than team building with it. It's not one of my favorite Pokemon or anything, so I wasn't super motivated, but I wanted to see how well it could do with the Terrastellation mechanic. Obviously someone beat me to that and obviously did very, very well with it, I must say. And to be honest, after playing the team, it's really understandable why. It's a really fun team. It's got a ton of damage output in the right situation. And yeah, so really that's about it. Let's get into the team breakdown. So starting out the team breakdown again, we're going to tick them off the list together. It is Hisuian Lilligant in slot 1 and Torkoal in slot 6. I don't really need to say too much about these two. I've used them plenty of times in videos on the channel. They just synergize really, really well. Torkoal sets up the sun. Lilligant goes faster than pretty much anything without Tailwind or Photosynthesis speed in sunlight, and they can do so much damage together. Lilligant doesn't have Protect on this set. It has Sleep Powder, which we've seen in the Jump Left Torkoal core. I made a video about that a while ago as well. So what that really means is in Sun, Lilligant is going to try and land a Sleep Powder on turn 1 because it's going to be faster than anything and kind of knock your opponent's timing down a lot. They're going to be on the back foot. It can also do tons of damage with Close Combat and Solar Blade. They're both 120 base power moves. They both go on turn 1 in Sun. Solar Blade mainly. Close Combat goes at 120 base power any turn. And then we've got After You. So if you really want to be ballsy, you can use After You on Torkoal, make it go first, and try and get an Eruption off and do a ton of damage to everything on the field. This Lilligant does have Focus Sash because most Lilligant do have Focus Sash in the Hisuian variant because they are really, really, really weak to Fairy. So you don't want to be losing to the most common Pokemon in the game, Flutter Mane, right now at this moment in time. And then the Fighting Tera is, I think, just for extra stab boosted damage. There's not really too much of a point. You could put Ghost on it because then you can avoid Fake Out. But yeah, that'd probably be a good change. But besides that, that's the Lilligant. The Torkoal's kind of interesting here as well because this Torkoal is actually running choice specs. It's got Eruption, Heat Wave, Flamethrower, and Earth Power, so this Torkoal is out for blood. And it's got Terrifier as well. I think this is a really cool Torkoal. It can do so much damage on turn 1 if you just lead, get Sun up, go after you, and hit Eruption into the right type kind of Pokemon. It's not going to do great on a Rain team on lead, so you might want to pivot it in after getting like Trick Room up with like say the Indeedee or like actually taking some damage to your opponent. But yeah, these two synergize really well. They're on tons of teams. Sun is really, really strong in Regulation D, and yeah, that's really about it, Lilligant and Torkoal. Okay, so next up on the team breakdown, we have Charizard. The Gen 1 starters saw a lot of play in Gen 8, mainly because they had Gigantamax forms, and when you used their attacks, they could leave residual damage over the field for anything that wasn't the type. So that was dumb. I refuse to believe anything otherwise. I don't know who thought that idea was good, but it wasn't. It completely changed the metagame. It formed a new metagame based around Charizard mainly, and Rinya's Sun became a thing because of it as well. It was a really cool team to see, but there is nothing to say that it wasn't broken. It was super strong. It had the ability to win most matchups because you could just continuously get Sun up and destroy things. Yes, it was very, very, very broken. Maybe not so much in this game because Charizard can't turn into big flying fire lizard and, you know, cause residual damage all over the field. But Terrastellization is really interesting with Charizard. So this one has Solar Power as its ability, as most Charizards do, which, if you don't know, takes away some of Charizard's HP at the end of each turn in Sun, but boosts its damage output, which is huge. Terrifier obviously gives it 2 times damage output if you Terra it as its same type stab format. You lose the flying type when you Terrifier as well, which is really interesting because then Indeedee can hit the field and Charizard can't be Fake Outed, etc. because then it becomes under the Psychic Terrain because it's not a flying type anymore, which is really cool. And then we've got the Choice Scarf on it because this makes Charizard pretty much faster again than anything in the format unless you've got Photosynthesis up, which is quite common now, which sucks, but it is what it is. And Tailwind users. So yeah, then you've got Overheat because that thing is like a nuclear blast hitting a Pokemon in Sun with all these buffs. Heat Wave because it hits both slots, and once again it's like nuclear damage coming in from Charizard when he's Terastallized. Air Slash because it's another stab move. It can flinch. It can take out grass types. A lot of Grass Terra, Heatran run around. A lot of Grass Terra not Grass Terra, but in Rillaboom in general. And then Focus Blast to be able to deal with those pesky Steel matchups and normal types and stuff like that. So yeah, this Charizard can do a lot of work very, very quickly, as you see in this video. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's just not broken. Up next is Indeedee and Armarouge. A lot of people will require no introduction to this. I'm going to go through it because I know a lot of my friends watch my YouTube as well. Bless you guys, thank you very much. and some of them don't know as much about Pokemon as I do or the common VGC player does. So since the game has come out, Armarouge and Indeedee have plagued ranked and competitive. So Indeedee creates Psychic Terrain with its ability Psychic Surge, which stops anything with Priority from working. Priority has been a massive thing in this format and the last format, so that is an incredible ability in itself. It stops, say, Choice Band Extreme Speed Dragonite, which is a problem. It stops Fake Out. It stops Quick Attack, it stops Aqua Jet from Urshifu. It is an insane ability to have, and it makes Indeedee very, very strong. And then Armarouge has Expanding Force and is the Psychic type. So Expanding Force usually hits one Pokemon, but when there's Psychic Terrain, it hits two. Psychic Terrain also boosts the damage of Psychic type moves, which is crazy. And then you give Armarouge a Life Orb, and once again, just like Charizard, you basically have a Nuclear Blast hitting everything on your opponent's side of the field. And if your opponent lets that happen on turn 1 or turn 2, like, it can literally end games that quickly. So I think this is a nice little good backup core for the team. You're kind of playing with your opponent and they're wondering like what you're actually going to bring, because there are so many ways to play this team. And that's what a lot of the teams in Reg C and Reg D have been, like multi-core teams that can play in many different ways and leave your opponent guessing what you're going to do. So Armarouge is the grass type because it has Flash Fire. What Flash Fire does is it does what it does for Heatran. So when it's hit by fire type moves, it actually boosts its fire attacks, which again is really strong on a Sun team. Expanding Force, I've just explained. Heat Wave, I've just explained with Charizard. Aura Sphere is like a mini Focus Blast that hits anything, so because it never misses, which is huge. And then Armarouge has Trick Room, as Armarouge is kind of like the mid-speed tier, so it really benefits being under Trick Room, but it kind of depends what your opponent has, because it's not going to outspeed really slow Pokemon like Ursaluna, all that sort of thing, so they are kind of a concern for it. Life Orb gives you 1.3 times damage in exchange for like 10% of your health every single time you attack, which is really strong. And then Indeedee has the Rocky Helmet to once again deal with, say, Urshifu. That's also why it has the Water Tera type, so it can take those hits very well and basically feint them before they even do like 50% damage to it. Dazzling Gleam because it hits both slots and it can take those tiny little KOs. Follow Me to cause Urshifus to cry and attack Indeedee with Rocky Helmet, Underwater Terror, and just kill themselves, as well as being able to redirect things from other Pokemon in your team and, you know, be able to kind of have the field the way you want to have it. Helping Hand to boost Armarouge, Charizard, Flutter Mane, Torkoal, whichever attacker you've got next to it, and give them even more damage. And then once again, Trick Room, because Indeedee is a really slow Pokemon and it benefits from being in Trick Room. And last but not least on the team breakdown is Flutter Mane. So this is the typical Flutter Mane that's going around right now. It's got speed, photosynthesis, so it outspeeds everything on the field. It's got booster energy as well, just so if you don't have Sun or you face against, say, another weather team, that it can actually proc that. It's got Fairy Terror to do the most damage as per usual, and it's got the pretty normal moveset of Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, and Sunny Day. But Sunny Day isn't part of the normal moveset. This is once again so you can manually set the sun for Charizard, Lilligant, Torkoal, Armarouge, all these Pokemon that really benefit from that. And it also means that if you're against a prankster Pokemon like Tornadus, who will always use Rain Dance first, you can manually set it straight after and change the weather. So you are always winning that weather war if you're having one in your game, under the circumstances that your Pokemon with prankster on the opponent's side of the field will always go first, and you will be second to that most of the time, which is really, really good, really, really well thought out. And I think this Flutter Mane is really, really interesting, to be honest, and yeah, it just benefits the team a lot. And that is about it for the team breakdown, guys. So I want to stress that this is not my team. The code is in the corner to rent it. It is a team that was built for the Victory Road tourney that went around. I'd like to know the player's name because I'd like to tag him in the description. I'll see if I can find it. But I tried to build a team kind of similar to this. I just think the problem is that there isn't a better team than this. So what I mean by that is all the parts in this team move. So as I said, the Lilligant and the Torkoal work together, the Indeedee, Armarouge, etc. You could move some things around. Would it be beneficial for the team? Maybe, maybe not. You'd have to do that yourself. But everything on this team functions. It slots into slots. It does what it needs to. It blocks parts of the metagame as of current. And I just think this is generally the best version of this team that you can ask for. So yeah. So if you enjoyed today's video, guys, leave a like on the video. It's the main thing that helps me with the algorithm on YouTube. It boosts me up the ladder so new viewers see my videos and my content, and I'd really appreciate it if you do. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe, turn the post notifications on so that you never miss a video from me. I'm closing in on 600 subs now. It's been insane over the past couple months. We were at like 400 about 2 months ago, and I had no signs of increasing or anything like that. So the insane amount of support I've had recently is crazy to me, and I thank you all so much for that. Leave a comment regarding the team, what you think on it, what you think is good about it, what you think is bad about it, what you think you could personally change of it. Leave a comment if you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching. So for now, I've been Scott or Zephyr, as per usual. Thank you guys so much for coming to the channel, watching my content, support, and all that sort of thing. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Right, Sandy Shocks, and I can't see the other Pokemon. I was too busy watching the streamer, watching. Right. Valiant. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to force Tera on this Sandy Shocks here. I kind of just want to CC into the Sandy Shocks, predicting the Tera, and I'm going to hit a Dazzling Gleam. So I don't think Valiant takes a Dazzling Gleam no matter. Yeah, I'm just going to hit the Dazzling Gleam here. Charizard is like my send it, win the game kind of fashion here. God damn, that was strong. Oh my god, there's no way that he didn't Tera his Sandy Shocks in front of my Lilligant. That was ballsy. Gravity? I never understand what Gravity does as a move. Oh, okay. That's fair. It's not going to do a lot in the long run, though, unfortunately. The Lilligant's taking no damage either, so I'm actually super okay with this. I think I'm just hitting Sleep Powder, because that's kind of it. And do I Sunny Day this turn, expecting this Sandy Shocks to take me out? Electric Ground. It's not even Steel. Probably no Steel moves, though. I don't play a ton of Sandy Shocks, so I don't know a lot about it. I think we just read Dazzling Gleam here. Shadow Sneak. That's definitely going to hurt. We live that, though, because we're bulky. Lovely. We take out the Valiant as well. Definitely means we lose our Flutter Mane this turn, but that's actually super okay with me. Thunder. That's fine. Lilligant gets through turn 2 asleep, which means I can actually go for Charizard Torkoal here, expecting Trick Room shenanigans. Rent free. The only thing I'll hate to see now is Slowking, which I fully expect to be here somewhere. Oh, which is a bundle. Okay, right. Still easy. We go like this, and we go Terra Fire, Heat Wave. Yes, because the sun is going to weaken Mr. Bundle's power against us here, and I'm pretty sure Charizard can take an Oko here, and this Iron Bundle does not have a sash, so this will be huge. Lovely jubbly. Torkoal, do the thing. Give me the sunny day. Give me the power. Terrify Charizard in all his glory. Nobody thought this Pokemon would see any play in this generation because no G-Max. G-Max Wildfire was so strong, but I beg to be proven wrong, and I am being proven wrong at this current moment in time. Don't go water. Go ice. Yeah, if we like ice, we're okay with ice. That just means that we definitely take this Oko, right? And we outspeed no matter what, so... okay. Now it just doesn't matter. I don't know why you'd go Terrorize, but I don't think it mattered if you didn't Terrorize, because you're still taking normal damage from Charizard here, so... That is a clean sweep, if I do say myself. If it's Slowking, it's not great. Let's group on it, we just win now. Photosynthesis though, actually. Attack. So you could Sucker Punch here, but then that's not really going to matter because I'm still going to hit big old Flamethrower here and Heat Wave here. So no matter whether you like Sucker Punch, yeah, there we go, sweet. Charizard is really strong, cannot lie. Holy. I was very quick once he was on the field. And DDC as well, okay. That is fine. So the only reason you'd have DD here is because you want to hit Trick Room, right? Sneasler has Fake Out. It's got Psychic Seed for special defense. That kind of sucks. So Anything I can really imagine here is that you want to bring in Heatran here instead of, say, Indeedee, right? We're going to Earth Power here. I'm locked into the correct move. Oh my god, don't tell me I made the S tier read on turn 1. Come on, please. Goodbye, shiny Heatran. Oh my days. This is crazy. Terra Grass would actually be miserable here, but I doubt it's Terra Grass, right? Terra Water, okay. That's fine. Wants to totally avoid the Eruption damage altogether, although we're not actually going for Eruption, so that sucked. The fact that Sneasler just outsped my... Oh yeah, Unburden. Always forget about Unburden. Sleep Powder there is absolutely massive though. And then, it depends if this Heatran goes down in 1, but I predict it will. It's 4 times effective there. Wow, that is a big Ripperoonie for you, sir. I don't actually think I need Charizard in this game. I think I can just run through the rest from here. Indeedee's not going to appreciate being here either. I mean, you can follow me, but that's going to suck. What's the potential Pokemon out back here? I don't think you bring Rillaboom to a match with my team, so I would expect you have Spectria out back, right? So, honestly, I kind of like the idea of just switching out into Charizard here, to be honest. If you don't switch Sneasler out, it goes down all day, so... I don't like my Torkoal being locked into, Earth Power now that we've managed to deal with the Heatran on a read. I mean, this isn't going to connect with the Sneasler this turn, but indeed he's still not going to appreciate a Solar Blade. That's huge. Rocky Helmet knocks out Lilligant. That might be even bigger, actually, funnily enough. Holy... That could be the end of the game for you now. And it comes down to, does that Sneasler wake up or not? I get speed here. Don't know if we outspeed the Sneasler. I need to work out the exact specifics of the Sneasler. I'd like to Terra my Flutter Mane, but I just don't think it's a huge advantage here. I think I'm just going Terra Heat Wave with Charizard here. I don't think Sneasler's got anything that it can take my Charizard directly out with. And I think even though Charizard isn't super effective here, when you've got Solar Power, Sun, Terra Fire, I think that makes up a lot of the not very effective. Oh, that's music to my ears. My Flutter Mane's going to outspeed, so we're not going to see the real power of the Heat Wave here. Oh, actually, we might do. We just might. Now, how much damage are we doing to the Sneasler? Oh my god, that's actually ridiculous. And it's got Psychic Seed as well, so you can only imagine if it didn't have the Psychic Seed. We might have even actually been able to take it out there. That was huge. Spectria, yeah, that's exactly what I thought was here. Spectria ain't outspeeding nothing. Not on my side anyway, with no Tailwind, so I think I can just Heat Wave my way through the rest of this game now. It was good play. Oh, you get the 3 turns of sleep as well. That really sucks. Heal for my opponent. Know how irritating that is when it happens to me. This is just Sneasler going down and Spectria having to 1v3 now then. Which is not poggers for you, sir. I played this match perfectly. I made the best read on turn 1. That just enabled me to like actually win this game. The turn 1 read was all I needed. Oh no, that's actually huge. Oh god. I'm not sure where I stand in terms of this now. Right, Diaclaw where? Okay. I didn't think we lived that, honestly. I just did not think it happened. And now we just outspeed, right? Now we just outspeed and Heat Wave. And I just need this Heat Wave to connect. The surprise. Oh my god, Charizard does it again. It's actually crazy. It's kind of niche. Like, don't get me wrong, you have to kind of revolve your team around it a little bit. And have like 2 cores rather than 1 core to be able to play the matchups you're not great in. But it is a fun team, that's for sure. Like, it definitely shows that it is possible to run Charizard now. He did also get top 16 or top 12, I can't remember, in one of the VGC tours that happened. So definitely a good team. Would recommend. It's fun.
Hundreds of lives.
Mm-hmm.